Hey everyone, here I am, Nathaniel Rufflejans from Nintendo Prime for our weekly Q&A. Barely getting it in this week. It's been a long week. I meant to actually live stream yesterday, but that obviously did not happen. So we're getting it in tonight. It's going to be a shorter than usual live stream because my fiance would like to watch a movie with me tonight before she goes to bed. So let's just get right into the Q&A questions. First off, come the questions from our Patreon. As always, if you want to ensure your Q&A questions are answered every single week, patreon.com/Nintendo Prime. All you have to do is donate as little as not even donate, contribute as little as $1 per month, and you can guarantee your questions are answered every week. And we have, looks like 3 questions. The first one comes from Brandon Wheeler. It says, am I looking forward to Lost Sphere from Square Enix? Got mine pre-ordered from their store online. The only way to get a physical copy. Yeah. I mean, from what I've seen of Lost Sphere, I haven't played it or seen a whole lot about it. It looks good. It's one of those games that I'm just going to have to try it before I buy it. Rather than just dive right in. Like even Project Octopath Travelers, because I tried it, I'm now sold on it, and I'm going to be picking it up as soon as it comes out. So yeah, I mean, it looks really, really good. I need to play a demo or something first, or play someone else's copy, or wait for reviews. I don't know, something like that. So let's move on to the next one. Taylor Bowen says, with the release of Super Mario, Doom, Skyrim, noticed a few design flaws with how they play on Switch. Oh, hold on. I guess this is one question. It's just over 2 comments. It says, so with the release of Super Mario, Doom, and Skyrim, I noticed a few design flaws with how they play on Switch. Mario Odyssey is made to be played with its motion controls. Yet, when the Joy-Cons are attached to the unit is portable mode, you can't use them unless you shake the whole system. A better control layout or button mapping could help us. Skyrim and Doom issues are related to playing games that, well, let me address that first issue. You can actually play without the motion controls. If you go into the settings, you can turn them off, and you can, all that Cappy motions, once you throw Cappy, you can actually use the left stick and the right stick in combination to do all that motion. So they did offer a solution to the motion control stuff. Unfortunately, the solution to the motion control stuff is extremely unintuitive, and it's better to move your whole system. It's just not very responsive, but okay. I mean, I admit it is kind of an oversight. It says a better control layout or button mapping would help us. Skyrim and Doom's issues are related to playing games that were made for TVs and computer monitors on the Switch's smaller screen. Text can be quite hard to read in both games for me. Overall, Doom and Skyrim are great ports, but bring to light that future games that are being made or ported to Switch need to be optimized for the system to work well in docked or portable. Any thoughts on this? Yeah, I did notice the text thing in Doom. I don't have Skyrim right now. I don't have a problem reading it, but I play games with my glasses on, and I'm used to reading really small text. A lot of the stuff I read on my computer screen is really small text, so I guess that really didn't bother me too much. But I could see how they could be bothersome for some people. I think all they need to do is enable some of the settings they have on PC, where you have like a UI slider and you can make the UI bigger, and that also makes the text bigger. That's really all they need to do. They just need to offer more of the PC options on Switch so people can optimize their UI and text experience to what they want. Do they want more of the UI covering the screen, less of it, bigger text, smaller text, different fonts, whatever the case may be. So yeah, I guess that's how I would fix that. And it says right now you're happy to get any good port on Switch. I just think the process can be improved. And of course, ports can always get better. I'm hoping they do continue to get better. I like the ports we've gotten so far, but obviously nothing's perfect. So yeah, thank you so much for your question. So now let me check out some of the questions from the chat. Again, this is going to be a shorter than usual Q&A session. Probably only going to run for another 23 minutes or so. Again, my fiance wants to watch a movie with me tonight. So let's see here. The Derpy Man channel asked me, "How are you?" I'm okay. Been a long week. Land in the Gate says, at Black Friday, which console did you see people buy the most? PlayStation 4. To be fair, I only went to Walmart. And at Walmart on Black Friday, they had, and I went late. I mean, I didn't go till like 6 or 7 p.m. they were fully stocked on Xbox One X's, although when I went back today, half of them were gone. So I don't know if they sold after the fact or whatever. There were no PlayStation 4s yesterday, although Walmart was restocked with PlayStation 4s today. All the $300 Nintendo Switches were sold out yesterday, but they still had tons of the $380 Nintendo Switches, which were the Splatoon 2 bundle. The 3DSs were really low in stock. They were out of 2DS, like the normal standard 2DS. They still had some 2DS XLs. And yeah, there was, I think, one Xbox One S left when I was there yesterday. And they didn't have any of the OG Xboxes anymore. So take that for what you will. It felt like to me PlayStation 4 sold the most at Walmart locally. But again, it was also fully restocked today. And today I only saw one. When I went back to Walmart, there was one $300 Switch in the case. And who knows if they restocked that earlier today. And I do know that they fully restocked the SNES Classic today. And I actually did see one in store. I just didn't have enough money to pick it up. But there was literally one left by the time I got there. So I actually saw one in store. Oh my gosh, I never saw an NES Classic in store. So seeing the SNES Classic in store just amazed me. But again, I didn't have the money. So I still don't own one. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if you can really draw any parameters from that. I don't really live in like the biggest of urban areas anyways, and we're just talking about Walmart. I have no idea, I know like Best Buy was out of Xbox One X's at like 6:30 in the morning on Friday because my sister went there to get one. So again, I don't really know how much like my local Walmart is a good barometer compared to a whole bunch of other retail outlets that I just didn't go to. I was kind of broke this Black Friday, like really, really broke. Especially since I have to hold on to some money to pay for that, AAA 3-pack giveaway. I really had to watch my budget, so I didn't spend much. I really got like, the one thing I got on Black Friday. I bought one can of Air Duster and it wasn't even on sale. That was my Black Friday purchase. So, the first Black Friday I didn't buy anything because I just didn't have a lot of money. Moving on. The Derpy My channel says, do I watch Jack films? No, I do not. Brandon Dotson says, what's your thoughts on future docks for the Switch increasing power of the Switch itself instead of a total hardware lift of the Switch? I think the only kind of dock they could do that does that would be something that does like an Xbox One S kind of upgrade where it allows a 4K output. And what I mean is when you dock your Switch, you could watch 4K Netflix, 4K Hulu, 4K Amazon, 4K, all those video apps, but you would still be playing games at 1080p. So basically an upscaler of some type. I could see them doing that, but in terms of increasing the power, it's not going to happen. I know that they, had that patent out there for like a supplemental computing device that you can connect to a system, in this case the Switch, to increase the power, but I don't think Nintendo's going to go that route per se, outside of potentially the 4K dock, which is literally just for video stuff. It's not really going to impact your games at all. Yeah, that's just what I see them doing. I should probably turn that down. Got a couple new followers. Sweet. Let's see here. Can I do the Mario? I don't know what that is. Is that little dance he does with his feet and when he's just like jamming out in Odyssey? Are they calling that the Mario now? Probably, if I steadied him doing it enough, I could probably do it. It's not like the most complicated dance out there. Let's see. What am I getting my kids for Christmas? Well, they're apparently all asleep, so I guess I could talk about that. Right now, they're getting nothing. No, I talked about getting my daughter a Nintendo Switch. Don't know for sure if I'm going to do that now because my mother, her grandma, got her the Nintendo 2DS. So I might just get her some games for the 2DS. Instead of like overwhelming her with a 2DS and a Switch in the same Christmas, because I feel like if I got her to the Switch, she might not play the 2DS, and I don't. 2DS is probably a better way to introduce her into gaming off of tablets. So I feel like I'm just gonna support her 2DS stuff and maybe get her a Switch next holiday. As such, I don't know. I mean, probably just some games for that and some clothes, little things like that. My youngest son, my 2-year-old, I don't know. I saw like this little ball pit thing I thought about getting for him. I really have no idea what I'm going to get him. He's just happy with like anything. I could literally get him a bag of socks and he would be like the happiest kid ever. And Aiden, he's an interesting one. I don't know what to do for him. I don't have any ideas yet. Because he doesn't play with his toys for very long, so I feel like I would be best getting him something to use in our pool during the summer. Not like we have some big fancy pool. It's just like $100 pool from Walmart. But and who knows if that's even going to survive. I might have to buy another one next summer because we didn't fully take it down for the winter. My bad. But yeah, I don't know. I really don't know because I haven't had the money to buy presents yet. Unlike last Black Friday when I dropped like $700 buying gifts for all my kids. I had a lot more money back then. But, we changed jobs this year. Nintendo Prime's kind of my main source of income, so I just don't have enough income yet to go nuts like I did last year. But I went really nuts last year, man. So nuts. Spent like $750 on my kids. Which some people might not think that's much, but to me it's a lot of money. Let me see. Nintendo Talk says, "Hey Nate, did you pick up anything for Black Friday?" Nope. As I said earlier, this dust can is the only thing I bought on Black Friday, and it wasn't even on sale. In fact, it was overpriced. $4 for a can of air. $4. Are you kidding me? All because I wanted to clean out my keyboard a little bit. And I do need to dust out my computer, which I told you guys I would try to do via live stream. It'll be through my phone, so I don't know how good the live stream will be, but yeah, I'll probably live stream that this upcoming week because it's actually getting noticeably dusty in there, so I need to dust her out at least. Might redo some of the cables. I don't know. Anyways, Light on the Gate. Who do I think will win the 9th generation of consoles? Are we on the 9th generation of consoles? I mean, we probably are for Nintendo. If you go, let me see, NES, SNES, N64, GameCube, Wii U. Am I missing one in there? Wii U, Switch. I mean, I guess you have to count like the Atari before it as like another gen and blah blah blah. I don't know. You know what? You're asking me an impossible question. I get so confused when we talk about console generations because like a lot of media people will say, oh, it's only like the 4th gen because it's they count from PlayStation on, so PlayStation to PlayStation 4. Nintendo's only had like 7 or 8 generations of their own systems. Xbox has only had 3, so I don't know. I don't know what you expect me to say. Like, I don't think the 9th generation's here yet, and until it's here and until I see all the offerings for it, I can't really make a prediction like that. We don't even know what the 9th generation is yet. Let's see. Moving on. Doopa-doopa-doo. Trying to get as many questions as I can in the next 15 minutes. Stream Doom. Nope, not streaming any games tonight. Sammy Bracey says, "What do I think of PC gaming? I love PC gaming. I am a PC gamer. I'm rocking the i7 6700K, GTX 1070, SSD, water cooled system, blah 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 blah. Because I love PC gaming. I don't get to do it as much as I used to because when I sit down to PC game, unlike my Switch that I can just take with me, that's why I game so much more on my Switch, I have to be sitting at my desk and not doing work playing games. In fact, if I wasn't going to watch a movie tonight, I was actually going to play some World of Warcraft, maybe a little bit of Overwatch, but yeah, I love PC gaming. It is probably my favorite way to game. Like, if you had to ask me, am I more of a Nintendo fan or a PC gaming fan? Probably PC gaming, especially since I'm a tech enthusiast on top of it. But I game a hell of a lot more on my Switch than I do on any other platform I have owned in the past decade. So right now, Switch all the way, baby. But yeah, PC gaming, I think it's great. I think there's a lot of advantages to PC gaming, some disadvantages as well, such as it's not easily portable like the Switch, which is why I love the Switch so much. And I know some people say, oh, that makes Switch like the perfect complement system. I don't know. I kind of view the Switch as my main gaming platform and PC as my secondary one right now. Let me see. It's $4 for compressed air, right? Was going to get Batman, but was sold out everywhere. Yeah, I saw a lot of sold out games. There's a couple games I wanted to get, but again, like I wanted to pick up another physical copy of Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. I actually had the Breath of the Wild Explorers pack in my cart, even though I own, this bad boy version here, because I don't have a case anymore because my kids destroyed the case. So basically what I was going to do is I was going to buy the Explorers pack to get the new map and guide, and then have a physical copy of the game with the package, and then I was going to go sell off my other physical copy of the game to GameStop or whatever and get some money back to make the Explorers pack cost maybe half the price that it did. But decided against it because I already own Breath of the Wild, and I can't really afford to be spending money right now. Sucks. Let's see here. Do I like spaghetti? What did I eat for dinner? I had it was kind of a bad dinner. I had McDonald's today. I had the those buttermilk tenders and some French fries. So it really wasn't that good of a health-wise a very good dinner. Ben, I'm still stressed out. I still have a headache from stress today. It's been kind of a stressful day. My son has not been, my oldest son has not been behaving very well today. Oh, let's see here. Sammy Bracy says, today I just ordered a Black Friday pre-built PC, 120s off. It'll be a good combo with the Switch. That's awesome. There was a laptop I wanted to buy. That's a $2,000 laptop that was $800 off yesterday. I wanted it so bad. There's also, because I know, I'm hoping, I shouldn't say I know, in the next year, I'm looking to build a new PC, which, I mean, it's not like this PC is terrible, but I need one that's even better for editing. This one's great for gaming. The editing side of things is slower than I wanted it to be. So, like, I wanted to get a 1950X Threadripper. That's $200 off. Like, it's $1,000 processor I could have got for $800, but again, I don't have the money, couldn't really justify it right now. But hopefully, at some point next year, I'll be able to get all my parts to build my new editing rig, and then take this rig and either make it a dedicated gaming rig or a streaming rig or like a multimedia rig. I might even make it like a storage thing where I just pile a bunch of hard drives in it for storage, and basically I use it for streaming and storing video files because I really need a rig to do that. So yeah, we'll see. Let me see here. SackDeck says, why do I not use motion controls in Splatoon 2? I do not find the motion controls in Splatoon 2 as responsive as Splatoon 1. So I'm just factually playing better at the game with the twin sticks than I am with motion controls. And that doesn't mean that I can't find a way to adjust to the differences in the motion controls between Splatoon 1 and Splatoon 2. I could, but I just don't feel a desire to. They really bother me. It's very subtle differences between the Splatoon 2 motion controls and Splatoon 1, but the differences are just enough to make me not want to use it. It just doesn't feel fun to me. The intuitiveness of it is gone, and I realize there's still some smoothness to it that's not there with twin sticks, but I find myself being 10 times more accurate with twin sticks than with motion controls, and it's not because I'm used to twin sticks. In fact, I played all of Splatoon 1 with just motion controls, but again, the differences were just enough to put me off from using it. I don't feel like I'm nearly as accurate as I used to be. So yeah, that's why. Shouldn't really matter. It's how I want to play. The Derby My channel. What color is my toothbrush? Man, getting deeply personal questions here. My toothbrush is blue, by the way. My favorite color. If you can't tell, that's like Nintendo Prime's official colors, like that light blue thing in my logo. Like that's the color of my toothbrush. Nintendo Talk says, I know you have a reward tier on Patreon, but how big do channels have to be on the podcast? They don't necessarily have to be extremely big. Because you guys know us sometimes have YouTubers on the podcast. Again, not like the largest things in the world, you know. We had Nintendo Guru on, and he had like what is even? I don't remember what. I'm gonna look it up quick. Instead of me just pulling numbers out of my butt. How many? I don't even know how many subscribers Nintendo Guru has. He was the smallest YouTuber we've had on. Yeah, he's got at the time of this video, he's got 1,165 subs. So, I mean, I don't really have a limit to it. Well, what I mostly care is I don't want to bring a YouTuber on because that is not making content, if that makes sense. And for some reason, now he doesn't have any content. What? Oh, no, there's all the content. He just didn't set up his home. I got to tell him to set up his homepage. Because his homepage says he doesn't have any content. And you click on videos, and there's all his videos. But yeah, I've had him on. Like I care more about the content you make than how many subs you have. So if you're he's a consistently active channel. He just had a live his Nintendo Talk live podcast thing like 3 hours ago. Then he had a video 2 days ago, 2 videos 2 days ago, a video 3 days ago, a video 4 days ago. Like he's active almost every single day on his channel, and that's what I look for. In terms of that, like content I enjoy from people with good personalities coming out at a consistent rate. I don't care what your sub count is. Obviously, I like having high sub channels because it helps me out, but it's not just about helping me out. I like helping out people too. I always say pay it back or pay it forward, you know? If other channels are nice enough to like come on, like take time on another day that are way bigger than mine, then I should be nice enough to let other channels that are way smaller than mine come up. I care more about the content you make than how big the channel is. I remember on a Nintendo Prime podcast, you said the PlayStation 5 would flop because they won't allow crossplay. It's not. No, the PlayStation 5 isn't going to flop because they won't allow crossplay. My theory on PlayStation 5 flopping isn't necessarily about crossplay specifically, more about Sony's attitude. Because what happens when Sony is the market leader, or at least what has happened in the past, is they get a really big head, and then they make some really like dumb decisions, which they did with the PlayStation 3, with the cell processor and the $599 price tag. Those two things really hurt PlayStation 3 for the first few years. Now they obviously lowered price at some point, were able to bounce back, and they ended up having a decent generation. But it really hurt them, and now they're being kind of stubborn with crossplay. And the reasoning behind their stubbornness is showing how full of themselves they are currently. And it reminds me a lot of how Sony was acting at the end of the PlayStation 2 era heading into the PlayStation 3. So it's not, I wouldn't ever say anything's going to flop. I just think that they're trending in that direction of making some dumb decisions with PlayStation 5. Doesn't mean they will, but based on history tells me that, you know, they've done this before and it didn't go well for them at first, so they might be doing it again. But, you know, PlayStation 4 is still like the most popular platform in the world, so they're just fine for now. We'll see if that continues and carries over into PlayStation 5. Let's see here. Lots of retracted messages there. Jeez. Nate, should I get a 64 gigabyte micro SD card for my Switch? Depends on what games you're getting. 64 is fine for the most part if you're not going to get a ton of AAA third-party games. If you are going to get like a handful of AAA third-party games, 128. I mean, I would even suggest that's the minimum you should get, but 64 is fine. I'm using a 32 gig, two different 32 gigs. I wish I had 164, but yeah. I mean, I would go bigger if you can, and there's still Cyber Monday coming up, so you still might be able to find a killer deal on a micro SD card out there for 128 gig one. You can get them for like $40. It's not even that expensive. Let's see here. What's my favorite 8th generation console, not counting Switch? So eliminate the one platform I play all the time, then what's my favorite? I don't know even why you're asking this, Landon. It's Xbox One. We've been down this road before. This isn't new. Let's see. Sky blue, turquoise. Oh, for my favorite color, I guess more of a sky blue than a turquoise. Let's see here. I'd say blue, like the color of my eyes. I don't know how well my eyes actually show. Nintendo Guru is my dude. He's a co-host on my podcast. Yeah. Nintendo Guru was a cool guy. We had him on once. Good conversation. We had some good topics for him. He had a lot of good information on our approach that day. Do a podcast with Gabe from Switchforce. I've never contacted Switchforce. I can reach out to him, see if Gabe wants to pop on. Let's say I've never talked to him, so I don't. The thing is Gabe runs like another channel that's way bigger than Switchforce. I don't know if a lot of Switchforce people know that, but like Gabe has like a channel with like millions of followers. And Switchforce is a spin-off channel. So I could talk to him. I can see if you'd like to come on. I wouldn't count on it, but then again, I didn't think Wolfden would come on, and they came on. Now we have Rabid Luigi, who has 600K followers. He's popping on an episode coming up soon. So, I guess I shouldn't be afraid to ask, because you just don't know what's going to happen. I could ask the folks from Game Explain, and one of them might be willing to pop on. I don't know. You don't know until you ask. Let me see. How long is this stream again? It ends in like 2 minutes. Let me see here. You're just looking for a small and inexpensive one. I would still go for like the 128, because you just never know. They're literally, the 128s are $40 and under right now. It's really cheap to go pick one up. I would just go get one of those right now, personally. The only reason I even had the 32 gigs one is because Walmart screwed up on the pricing like a month ago. So I was able to get them for like dirt cheap. I spent like $8, and I got two 32 gig cards for $8. Not each, like total. That's the only reason I even have the 32 gig ones, because I was not going to buy them. But I'm like, God, they're so cheap. How can I not? Let me see. Do I think Sony is going to do Sega? No. Sony's not going to do Sega. Sony's never released a generation of hardware in terms of home consoles that's failed. So why would they do a Sega? This is Nintendo Prime. I don't know about the rest is trash, but thank you so much, Two Holmes, for the support. Nate has beautiful eyes. Thank you. Land in the Gate, not going to answer your question on why I like Xbox One more than PlayStation 4, because I have already answered that question in the past. Let's see here. I think you mean Zach has 1 million subs. Yeah, I can't remember who it is. I don't really pay much attention to their other channel, so. M the Moon, Nate, would you like me to make a banner for you guys? What kind of banner? What are you talking about? Name 5 people constantly at my streams. Well, obviously you're one of them. Landon's another one. SUC me. Usually Mark Greenberg. And I don't even know if I can name a 5th person. Like Sackdeck and Nintendo Talker had a lot, but not all of them. Blink. I don't know. Well, there's too many regulars for me to name just 5, I guess. Sony should never do a Sega. All right. Well, that's going to do it. As I said, I know it's a shorter than usual Q&A. I just needed to make sure I fulfill my obligation to my weekly Q&A, especially to our Patreon backers who submitted questions. Again, this was like a holiday week with Thanksgiving and everything and family time. So I guess I got the last bit of family time coming tonight as I'm about to go watch a movie with my fiance. For the first time in a long time, we haven't sat down and watched a movie together, because I usually work every single night for a long, every single night. Yeah, because I'm usually watching the kids like half the day during the day, so then I have to work like late nights. And I'll probably end up having to work after we watch the movie too. But that's life. All right, folks. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Nathaniel Rufflejants from Nintendo Prime. If you like this video, give it that like. If you dislike it, that's alright as well. Hit the dislike button. Subscribe for more content. If you'd like to check out some stuff that we do exclusively on Patreon, hit us up at patreon.com/Nintendo Prime. We're selling merch right now that's on sale. Cheapest it'll ever be. Down in the description. Shirts, hoodies, mugs, onesies for your little babies out there. Notebooks like this bad boy here. Travel mugs. This travel mug's really nice. Stainless steel. Yeah, I don't know. You guys don't have to buy it, but we actually had a few people just earlier today buy a bunch of Nintendo Prime merchandise. It's definitely the most we've ever sold in a day. If you guys would like to hop on the sale train there and take advantage of some of these holiday sales, go for it. If you don't care, that's all right as well. It all goes to help support the channel, and you get a cool piece of merchandise in return. So, thank you guys. I will catch you later. And here's the awkwardness of me trying to find OBS to close things. There it is.